Hello everyone. This is a short video about the Middle Ages to help you in your final revision. Let's start with the term that describes Europe between the fall of Rome and the Renaissance. This is exactly what we refer to when we talk about the Middle Ages. It was also called the medieval period or the Dark Ages. It is a period which has always been dismissed as an age in which no scientific accomplishments were made and no great art was produced. However, today's scholars note that this period was as complex and vibrant as any other period in the past European history. An important element of life in the Middle Ages was religion and Christianity in particular. No single state after the fall of Rome, no single government united the people in the European continent. Instead, the Church did unite all of the Christendom, and it became the most powerful institution of the period. Another important religion was developing in other countries around the Mediterranean, and it was the Islamic one. The Islamic world was growing too, and under the caliphs, great cities promoted an important, relevant cultural development. There were scholars, philosophers, inventors, and scientists, and there was a vibrant intellectual life in Cairo and Damascus, for example. Greek and Indian texts were translated into Arabic, and important inventions were made, such as the pinhole camera, some surgical instruments, and the numeral system we still use nowadays. However, in 1095, the Pope summoned a Christian army to fight its way to Jerusalem, and this is the beginning of the Crusades. No one actually won the Crusades. There were only thousands of people who lost their life. However, if we have to find two positive consequences of this tragic period of the Crusades, we should consider that fighting to defend Christianity make Catholics feel they had a common purpose, and the Crusaders were actually exposed to the scientific and intellectual life of the Islamic world, which will have a lasting effect in the European cultural development. Another way to show devotion to the church was to build churches and cathedrals, the grand cathedrals of this period. We can still see them. They were at the center of towns and cities across the continent, and they became an important symbol of artistic development too, as around 1200 church builders began to embrace a new style, and from the Romanesque structure they moved to what we now call the Gothic structure, which is really waveless and with specific features such as stained glass windows and pointed arches, which are the Islamic actually discovery. And they were decorated, the interiors of the church were decorated with mosaics and frescoes too. Also, before the invention of the printing press, even books were works of art. And in churches and cathedrals and monasteries, monks and craftsmen too, they created what we call illuminated books, which are sacred or secular books with gold and silver lettering and other precious decorations, as you all know. In our short next video, we're going to talk about, to revise, some aspects of the feudal system, the position of women, and pilgrimages.